All right, what's up, everyone? Today we are in New York City's Chinatown. We're going to be walking uptown past Canal Street through Little Italy and Soho. It's another rainy day and quite the cold day, as to why not too many people are out and about enjoying Chinatown. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot of new tea places popping up all over Manhattan's Chinatown, including this one, Tea Pulse. They originated in Flushing, Queens, where they have a big location. They also have another location right on Canal Street as well. I actually think if you're going to get a regular tea, this is probably the best place to get it at. Streets of Chinatown do look really nice at night, and particularly during the rain. Here's the Namwa. This is Chinatown's oldest dim sum parlor from 1920. We'll head back over towards Mott Street. It's interesting because the weather's supposed to do a complete 180, and it's going to get up to 70 degrees by the end of the week in New York. We'll also walk past the brand new location of Malay Wa, which is right at the end of the block here. As we head towards Mott Street. This is my favorite tea place in all of New York City, Miss Dew's Tea Shop. I usually come here in the summer, and I get mango green tea from here. You could even still see some of the confetti on the floor. This is from the New Year's Eve, or I should say the Chinese New Year celebration, the Lunar New Year. And this is the new location of the Malay Wa. They have really, really good pastries in here. 41 Mott Street. They have a good pork and pineapple bun in there. I always point out this place when I'm filming down here. This is a great place for desserts. It's called Icy Melon. They have really good mango pancake or mango cream cube. You can call it either one. It's like a Hong Kong dessert. You also have a brand new location of Coty Coffee. There's really three main Chinese, I would say, beverage brands that have moved to the United States, particularly in New York City, one of which being Luckin Coffee, the second being Mixue, Mixue, and then you have Coty Coffee. You also have the Molly Tea, which is also in Flushing, Queens. Flushing Main Street, the easiest way to get there is just to take the 7 train all the way to the end. So in theory, you could hit Flushing Main Street and the Hudson Yards in the same day. Here's the Molly Tea. Usually Chinatown's packed. It's crazy how the weather can really kill the business. I wonder why they have a Melee Wa advertisement right outside the Molly Tea. Since 1968. This is my favorite restaurant in Chinatown, 456 New Shanghai Restaurant. As I've mentioned before, if you come here, you got to order the chicken chili pepper dish as well as the soup dumplings. It's a really good spot here. Haven't been here in a while though. Now this is Canal Street. This bakery is fantastic, Feida Bakery. They also have a location in Flushing, Queens. It's very inexpensive and they have some really good stuff in here. Now we'll quickly cross this way, just so I could show you that second location of the T-Pulse. So they have 2 locations now. It's right on the corner of Elizabeth Street and Canal Street. Lots of nice jewelry shops. I think this is jade. They're really nice. And then if you were to keep going past Elizabeth, that would be Bowery, which is also the main entrance to the Manhattan Bridge. Oh, it looks like they're closed today. T-Pulse on the corner of Canal and Elizabeth.
Go for it.
This is looking over towards Tribeca. It's a pretty nice cityscape view here. Look at this Derby Cup coffee. I don't think I've ever seen this before. We'll now continue up towards Grand Street. Now approaching the corner of Hester Street. This is Hester and Elizabeth. Now if we were to make a left, this will bring us to the corner of Mott Street and right into the heart of Little Italy. Can't get over how quiet it is down here today. It's like eerily dead. The next street that we're going to come up to is Grand Street. If you were to make a right on Grand Street, you'd hit the main subway line, which is the BD that goes to Grand. There's also a soccer field right at that subway stop. I used to play soccer there all the time. At night, specifically on Thursday nights, there's usually tons of people there playing pickup. Here you have a lot of small businesses, trading companies, import, export. Mom and pop pharmacies and things like that. You could find a lot of good deals, a lot of good prices down here. Particularly in a lot of those old Chinese wellness shops. They sell a lot of soaps and things like that for like 99 cents. It's not bad. Also a lot of interesting teas. Herbs and spices, things like that. Chinese medicine places, which is really good. Oh, speaking of Luckin Coffee, it appears they've just opened up a brand new location right here on the corner of Grand Street and Elizabeth. I mean, these things are popping up like wildfire. Now, as I've said before, Luckin Coffee used to be publicly traded on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol LK, but they were delisted from the NASDAQ due to accounting fraud. But it's actually a real company, and it's pretty successful, it seems, in New York. The only downside is that there is no seating, but they always run specials. Like they have you can get a coffee for $1.99 every day, like $1.99 regular drip, and then if you get a combo with a muffin or like an egg sandwich, it's $4.99, which is a really good deal. You're not going to find that really anywhere else in the city. And there's no cash register in the store, which really cuts down on a lot of the theft, and it's really good for safety because there's nothing to steal. Here's a better look at the Luckin Coffee. So essentially you just order it on your phone and you scan a QR code to pick it up. It's extremely convenient. And then down here is the Ferrara Bakery, which is one of my favorite bakeries in New York City. It's a great spot. Perhaps we'll continue to walk up Elizabeth. Food smells great here, though. I'm not really down here much anymore, but when I was younger, I was actually down here all the time. I would always take the train down here to Grand Street. Ooh, that was a big rat that just scurried on over right here. That thing was tremendous. Let's see if we could see it. Ooh, I don't even know where that thing went. And now we are right here at Broome Street. We're now kind of transitioning into a more hip part of Soho now. This is a coffee shop I've always wanted to try. It's closed now, though. It says Fine Nicaraguan Coffee. Seems like a lot of things have closed early today. I've been all over the city today from Brooklyn, well, out of the city in Brooklyn and back in the city in Lower Manhattan. I guess everybody just saw the dreary day and just called it quits. This is the butcher's daughter. And then right down here is the Williamsburg Bridge. We'll have to do a walk down there by Delancey Street. I believe we have the original location of Le Labo coming up. It's a nice outdoor dining section when it's not nasty out. We'll make a left here. If we continue to walk down Spring Street, we will run into the very famous Spring Lounge. And then, of course, Lombardi's Pizza. And we'll make a right at the corner here by the Spring Lounge. And here you have it. This is Cleveland Place. We have the restaurant Jack's Wife Freda right here, as well as the Spring Street subway station. Now we're at the corner of Crosby Street. I love the original Belgian block streets down here. Now we're on Broadway. We're going to see a lot of foot traffic pick up here. Since we have the light, we'll go ahead and cut our way over Spring and Broadway. Lots of nice buildings up and down Broadway. Great cast iron facades. It's a big difference from being in Midtown Manhattan. I'd say much more diversity in architecture down here. There's a shot of the other side of the street so you can get a perspective of the type of shops and the stores and things like that. The next street up is Prince Street. But we're making our way towards East Houston. In which case we'll transition from Soho to Noho. that brand Arc'teryx. Which I think is owned by a Chinese company now. It's very, very expensive clothes. But I hear they do have a good policy on repairing things. I heard a story on X that 4 years ago somebody bought like a $900 jacket and it had a tear in it. They brought it in and they fixed it for free. Curious to see what the gross margins are on the merchandise there. All right, here we are, West Houston Street, where we'll make that transition from Soho to Noho. The big Adidas store across the street. Come up on Bleecker Street. Now we're also close to the campus of NYU, New York University. This is a really nice neighborhood now. We're also close to Washington Square Park. I would take you through there, but not really too much to see on a dreary day like this. And then of course you have Bond Street. I'll actually make a right on Bond Street. I always like looking at one of my favorite co-op buildings in the city. That's right on the corner. Just the street itself is really nice too. You have these original Belgian block streets. You have Zero Bond to our left. There's really beautiful buildings down here. But here we are, 10 Bond. Really high ceilings too. I'll give you a spot-on view of the facade. Have a garage right there, the main entrance. But that's the building. Right on the corner of Bond and Lafayette. Now we'll walk straight up into Astor Place, where you'll have the Wegmans. This is now Great Jones Street. 2 more blocks up here, you're going to have a good coffee shop called La Colombe.
Kind of like a
Here's the spot right now, in the corner of East 4th Street. If we were to make this left, that'll be the main campus of NYU. You'll also run right into the NYU Stern School of Business. This is that Astor Wines. Which is in a really nice building, by the way. It's like a really misty rain now.
mini interaction like this. Yeah, this is why I'm doing
You have the Blue Man Group that performs just here to the left, just before Raising Cane's. This used to be a huge Starbucks right at the end. Starbucks moved out due to the poor conditions. But here we are at Astor Place. If we were to make a right, that'll be by the Cooper Union School, I believe, as well as St. Mark's Place, which is a very fun area to go, particularly when you're young, in your 20s. Maybe we'll veer off to the left so we don't have the wind right in our face. We could have the wind to our back. And then we'll get back on Broadway.
Oh, I had to.
This is now coming up to East 8th Street. It's so hard to keep the camera lens clear because the wind and the rain. There's another Luckin Coffee right here. The R and the W train stop. Now we're on the corner of Mercer Street as we head closer towards NYU. I would even consider this to be the campus as well. You can see they have tons of restaurants here, places to eat for the college students. There's just tons of options. Brooklyn Bagel and Coffee. Have to head back to the train this way anyway. But if you guys enjoyed today's walking tour from Chinatown to NYU, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, we will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.